hello, the world of gold. Here we are. As you can see, I'll have the screen clear, I suppose. In the bottom right corner, we are playing on a development build. So this is one of our demo builds. I shouldn't reveal anything secret. There's not much secret anyway. We just released our latest DLC, as you know. But the point is to showcase some of the in progress development design changes we are making at the moment. And this goes with the discussions we participated in, and myself in particular, explaining a little bit some of the design updates we are making at the moment. I think I'll stay on big later. And following a discussion on Discord last week, where people were simply asking for a bit maybe chiller content, more relatable than the kind of challenge stuff I've been doing recently. So to lower the difficulty a little bit and maybe spend more time explaining the decisions we are making and what we are doing in the game, the mechanics as well, and possibly discuss design a little bit. So I was thinking of going down to the Glorious. But this screen is an opportunity to highlight some of the changes we've made. So you'll notice on the grade we now have a 7 research per turn. I'm not entirely sure from the top of my head, but I think it's 5 on the current main build. So we increased a little bit the raw research the player gets at each level, but the cost of decks got rebalanced as well, as we'll see in game. So I'm going to pick my archetype, playing on default the Glorious, which means the tribes will be a bit more chill. We'll have a few resources, more research from the start. Quite a few small changes. Small advantage, I think, same as on the grade. No, that's moderate advantage. The AI won't be... Well, the AI will still be as aggressive, and they won't be as developed, as established rather than advanced. So the game will be, well, definitely significantly easier than on the grade. You have all victory conditions. I'm not sure what I will be playing on map. Well, this will be an explanation game, so I'll be playing with that dude. That is definitely better to explain and illustrate things. I was tempted to play this on Arid Plateau, just because I haven't played on Arid Plateau in a while and I kinda like it. But I suppose I could also just re-roll the maps and see what we get. Are there any suggestions? Music's a bit too loud? Alright, let me... Is it a bit better balanced now? Games-wide? I might be able to further adjust a little bit later. I've changed my headset, so it's quite possible that the sound level to be reworked a bit. Well, hopefully there's a bit better balance now, and I will lower the music in game as well. Still too much? Alright. Let me see if I can have some gain on the microphone specifically. Or simply get it a little bit closer. And I will adjust the levels in the game. Well, actually, let me do that right now. Yeah, the music volume is quite high as well. Yeah, that should be okay. Right, single player. Hi, thinking coach man. Oi. A lot better. Alright, cool. I'll see if I can get more gain on my voice as well on the microphone. But I'm not sure I have an option. So, Cool. All right, so I was going to play on the Glorious. I was mentioning that we are playing on the staging build as well, so an internal build that we use for testing. So with some new improvements that are coming. I think the no organized tribe button option mentioning the hands explicitly is new, for instance. That's probably all that's new that can be seen on this screen. And we were picking a map, so thinking for Tituman, I believe you were among the players who suggested a bit chiller settings and slower pace as well for the stream, so that I can explain a little bit more and engage a little bit more in discussions. Do you have a favorite map? I don't remember what I played for the Glorious Over Explained, well over a year ago now. But we could go for anything. I am tempted to play again on Arid Plateau, just because it's a map I like a lot and I haven't played in a while, but it's maybe not representative of what people tend to play. So do you have a preference for map scripts? I suppose I should go back. I could go back to a good old seaside. I'm probably going to re-roll the map a little bit anyway to find something I like, so we might as well go for a fully random map and just re-roll until we find something that looks that we feel like playing. Everything else default, I believe. Never seen a red plateau? Alright, let's go for it then. And we'll re-roll a few if start doesn't look too amenable. We are on pick later, so we can adapt our nation pick and potentially our archetype to what we see. So alright, so this is well, 2, potentially 3 pastures in the capital. So arid plateau tends to have a lot of arid terrain, as could be maybe guessed from its name. And with that, potentially quite a bit of stone. So we could play that so long as we go Hati or Persia and start with husbandry, otherwise it's a bit dry. As a starter, we could re-roll. Yeah, maybe I'll try to get more conventionally good start. Oh, I guess I should check the wonders and everything else as well. Alright, sorghum and game. Not that brilliant either. Maybe a Linnercy not too far away. Sorry. Oh, that looks like a patron start. With 3 precious resources. What kind of patrons? Maybe Assyrian patrons, so that we have trapping. Are there other patrons with trapping? I think, well, Assyria comes to mind. Um, not the breeze, not Hati. Moya doesn't have trapping. Yeah, I forgot. Um, yeah, that's it. Yeah, we could do that. Hmm. Or maybe look for something a bit more conventional with more growth. All right. Oh, you wanted to see patrons thinking for the command. Sorry, I didn't check in time. Yeah, I could do that. I kind of want to do patrons OCC one of these days. Oh, I just rerolled the game, not the map. So that's a lucky misclick. All right, let's go patrons then. And we have yeah, a western volcano indeed. So we are thinking Assyria patrons. So here, that would be patrons because there are three precious resources. So that's once they are all three improved, that would be plus 75% culture, which is a lot. That's also extra culture from the fur. That would be further boosted and some growth with the wheat tile. And if we gain access to a sorghum, that would be a little bit more too. And we are thinking Assyria just because Assyria starts with trapping to improve the fur earlier, which maybe is not mandatory to be fair in this context, since we have plenty of resources to improve first, the three luxury resources, the three precious resources, and the wheat. And yeah, we could also start with stone cutting, for instance. That would be quite good. So Greece is a nation that starts with that has patrons and starts with stone cutting. Of course, it's a double down on the culture game because they start with audience as well, and their innate national bonuses include one for culture, so we could go for that. That is definitely a play. Hachi, good old Hachi could do that too, but they do not have stone cutting. They do not start with stone cutting. Um, and Rome starts with stone cutting, but that's maybe more of a military play, so maybe that's something for the kind of game we have in mind. So, all right, maybe play Greece this time, and the Selekids themselves. I think with that we can be quite traditional and go for a builder. Always a stronger archetype. The discipline will help give us money. Or we could play a scholar or a schemer for the early wisdom. That would work too. What archetypes do patrons tend to produce? Well, let's check. Family opinions. They like to have leaders from their family. They like to have governors. They like to have wonders. And the preferences, where are they? I think it's builder and judges or something like that, but what don't I see it? Am I not looking in the right place? Or might I not have the right options checked? No, I do have advanced text. I don't know, maybe because I haven't found it the family. Let's check in the encyclopedia. Orators, builders, and scholars. It's over patrons for some reason. Ah, yes. Yes. Yeah, alright. Yeah, okay, I was over Seleucid. Sure. I wasn't finding it. So, orators, builders, and scholars. So either we get more extra research. I guess I want to pick builders because one of the peculiarity of this game is that I'm playing on the staging build with tech rebalance. So you can see that the first level of tech is 100 research instead of 80. So that's more costly. Second level is 150 instead of 120, costlier too. Third level is 250 instead of 200. The fourth one is the same at 400. Fifth rank, fifth tier is at 700 research instead of 600, and the next one is 1,100 instead of just 1,000. And I believe after that it's 1,600 and 2,000 as in the current game. So some techs are more expensive than before, but we also gain more research than before at +9, and I don't know how much we earn on the Glorious on the main build at the moment. So let's experiment with that with a starting archetype without wisdom, so that we can see what that feels like, maybe. So 3 units will tend to have no non-courtier. Um, I'm not sure I understand your... Yeah. They will not generate much generals. Does the AI still have the same base science pattern? I don't know. The AI plays on the good. It's the what the prosperity does that is changed. So here our prosperity is sufficient, and the AI plays on the prosperity that is on the good, which is a bit more than that. And if that level wasn't affected, they wouldn't have changed, but I assume they will have a little bit more research than before. Oh, hi, Solver. Yeah, did we add 2 to every level, or did we add a little bit more in the uh, uh, easier prosperity level? I'm not sure. I haven't compared the 2 levels. All right, so I think I'll set my builder here, my settler here, as I was showing before, and let's found our capital. And I think I will need to accelerate. Oh, and I get another builder as a courtier, and I'm cunning. Okay. I have to check the options. I'm pretty sure I don't have yeah, instant unit movement. I will want that. Not following any moves. Yeah, right. That would be my settings indeed. Let me assign my leader as a governor immediately. We do not get the luxury of, efficiently marrying a courtier because we are a woman and they are two. Alright, and with that, so we have 2 barbarian camps around. Yeah, there's no very obvious advantage assigning this person as a general. I'll have to clear one of them, and I won't be in range to do that, so that will be a bit slow. I think I want divination first. Yeah. Alright, let's go for it. So first tuck in 11 years, so I don't know what it is usually on the Glorious today. I know it's 14 turns on the Great, typically. Slightly closer to AI on lower prosperity. I don't know. Maybe this game get harder with the latest update. I feel like the tribes, especially, are much stronger. No, well, not much harder. We are always making small design adjustments, and that might affect the game. What happened is that in the latest DLC, we introduced the Huns, which are definitely a very scary tribe because they start organized, and I will explain what that means. So tech costs less early and more later. Yeah, overall more, that would be the idea. We thought the pacing for the first 2 tiers of tech is definitely okay, maybe up to 3. So that's what we are doing essentially, giving a bit more compensation so that you get a little bit more science, but they cost also a little bit more. But in the current tech tree, for instance, going from this tier costs 200 research and this one costs 400. So you go from, you double in a single tier, for instance, which we think is a bit too much. So today, first rank is 80 and then 120, which is plus 50%, which we think is good. So we are trying to get a bit closer to that. So here now we are going from 100 to 150, 150 to 250, 250 to 400. So we are smoothing a little bit the growth from rank to rank, and overall there is more research needed to be spent to go to the end of the tech tree. Because first level, second level, third level are all more expensive. Fourth rank is same cost, but fifth and sixth are also more expensive, and the last ones are same cost at the moment. So we'll have to, I guess, get a feeling for what that is. So yes, the Huns are a new tribe introduced in the DLC, and they are organized. And what that means is that normally tribes in the game are a little bit stupid. They're not as powerful as AI nations, and that's because they are way less coordinated essentially. So tribes belong to the same culture, if you will. Let's say the Gauls. They don't like attack other Gauls, and they're supposed to in real life speak the same language or close language, co-intelligible, similar set of beliefs and all that, but they don't really work together. They don't have a centralized state with centralized decisions and all that. So they will act separately. Maybe some come to raid you, but they don't really coordinate, they don't really do something. So they act differently as players. They're not only, let's say, less powerful, but they're just different. They just don't work the same. Now, even in the base game, if some circumstances are reached, and well, they are pretty clear, these circumstances, like for instance, when a tribe conquer a city, or when, and let me see, what do I want to do here? Yeah, let's grab the gold. It's not as good as the gems, but it's right here. When they conquer a city, or when there is a tribal invasion, then the game is doing something special. It's not using this kind of stupid AI, which works at unit level pretty much. When you are getting raided, or some tribesmen are walking into your territory, they are not acting too clever. They are essentially acting individually. Each of them is making a decision. Oh, I'm going to pillage that stuff, or oh, I'm going to whack a unit, or attack a city, or whatever. When the AI attacks you, it's not that at all. They're trying to coordinate. They're trying, all right, if I use this and that unit, I can kill a unit. Or like make sure, finish it. You cannot like retrieve it. What's done is done. Or I can take a city, or I can do this and do that and coordinate and get, let's say, higher level objective that necessitates to coordinate several units. In short, they're organized. When when you are facing a tribal invasion, as opposed to being at war with a tribe in old world, then the tribes are using a different AI. They are using an organized AI, what we call the organized tribe, and that they're using the nation AI to do that. Oh, awesome! The Amazon cloud, so that's plus 2 order. Yeah. All right, let's place that. That's what I wanted, to grab this sorghum tile. Awesome, fantastic. Here we go. Alright, I haven't even checked. I'm getting ready to play as if I was in the 1-3 challenge here. I am not. I should, but I kind of want the gold tile in my capital. But I sort of want. I definitely want the gold tile in my capital. So the tribal, the tribes units, when they get organized, they are much scarier they can do a lot more damage to you essentially, because suddenly they're working together, they are retreating, to save their unit. They are definitely trying to kill some of your units rather than just like attacking one here and one there and pillaging a farm. So they are a lot more dangerous. They coordinate. You're not facing a collection of units each with their own objective. You're facing a player with objectives that is actively trying to damage you. So they are a lot more dangerous. And in the base game, that happens only if you have raging tribes level, so the highest level of tribes, and you also have, and they also either conquer the city or are currently invading you, which happens through events. In that case, they are using the full nation AI, and that's what we call organized tribe. The Huns that we introduced in the latest DLC, which is focused on India, are using this specific AI from the start. So they are definitely a lot scarier, essentially. And all right, so this woman is an oligarch and a courtier. I definitely want pleased. I have a plus 60 opinion because they are the same archetype as my queen, so that's a plus 60 bonus, and we don't have any other modifiers at the moment. So with an influence mission, which will provide a plus 40 opinion if it succeeds, as should be displayed somewhere. Influenced is plus 40 opinions, that will get plus 100 in total. That will get her to pleased, and I will get plus 50% heals and minor bonuses if I get the whole family pleased as well. So that's where we are going. Yes, indeed, thinking 42 man. That's the difference is palpable, I believe. All right, so we are getting to found our second city. I sort of want to go all along, and I think I want champions, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I do. I do want a place to make military units. Oh, and we met Thracians. Here in the mountain there is a small pass. Alright, we need trapping to do something with this spot, but we have iron, so we can start a warrior right now, that's good. I think I'm going to take the legitimacy and the war with them and start a warrior right away. And with that, our worker is going to go to the gem tile, work on that, and let's see if we can keep exploring with our scouts. Okay, 3 sorghum, so that's an awesome city spot for growth. I think I want my sage seed to go here. I will need a little bit of effort to clear the spot, but this warrior will be busy a few more turns to finish this one. Here I probably want another patron spot. A bit sacrificial, just because it will be cheap and won't affect my opinions to buy tiles from one city to the other, because I definitely want the gold in my capital to reach plus 100% culture. So I'll get back to that a little bit. Patrons, as a family, they have plus, they get an additional plus 25% culture in their cities for each precious resource that is improved. And precious resources are gems, gold, silver, pearl, jade, and ebony. So jade and ebony are resources introduced in our latest DLC. But here we have a source of gems that my worker is currently improving, a source of silver, and a source of gold. So that will be a great culture in my city. Or you know, these free types from stages and events would be more valuable. Despite always selecting the cheapest type. Yeah, well, I'm happy with that. Yeah, we get an option to pick an ambition. We could get an ambition to train 5 units, which will happen, but will take some time because I'm probably only using my champion seed for that. 6 mines is definitely doable. I will have 3 mines just for improving my precious resources, and I will want some iron for 4 units anyway. So I'm definitely picking that. That should come naturally enough. Yeah, I think we have plenty of orders. Think thanks to the Amazon cult. So I'm going to gather some grain. I think send my militia to grab this ancient ruin for a valuable bonus, I'm sure. The gatherer cognomen. Oh yeah, yeah, might come. We can marry a commander, an Arjad commander. Yeah, yeah, sure. Right, kill that guy. We have plenty of orders with or everything. I think I'm picking the stone by default. And what wonders do we have in the game? Pyramids, German Aqueduct, the Oracle, Yazilkaya, Lighthouse, Apadana, Royal Library, Vihara, Alcasne, Kothvan, Heliopolis, Colosseum, Chidora. We have a very strong set. The legendary wonders in particular, but the weak ones also. The Pyramids is very desirable. The Jawan Aqueduct can be awesome. Lighthouse is very strong as soon as we find the coast. The Apadana is quite significant. Alcazne I quite like. Caravan diplomacy is very strong, possibly too strong. Let's check a little bit, alright, and let's get our scout back while exploring. I guess I'll explore the coast a little bit with that scout now. Yeah, and I'm not quite sure what the first thing we'll do. Oh, we have a scholar as a leader of the Argiads. I'm tempted to, yeah, to influence them. Let's go and do that. We could have them as governor as well. All right. Yes, of course, he's after us. All right. What is this worker doing? I think we want growth with some degree of priority, and to heal. I suppose our militia can get back. Our scout is hidden. Well, alright, scout first. Yeah, that could be a decent patron spot. There are more precious resources up there. Chairman always good with decent outie peaks. Alright. I guess I understand what outie peaks are. Alright. Queen is regal. We could gain civics from this eruption. Well, I guess I'm taking it. Our worker is significantly hurt, but maybe our farm won't get pillaged because it didn't exist when the eruption happened. Are we getting the additional settler? I think we are. And this wire will probably become steadfast as well before we go deal with this barbarian camp. And well, let's grab the money. And check if there is a pass through the mountains. There is. And start more warriors. So that is a quite common start pattern, I should say. So as first family going for an economic family, because your capital or one of our core cities will definitely tend to become a research powerhouse, a place you develop strongly with specialists, with a lot of improvement that will generate a lot of your research, because these things tend to compound together. So you cannot all want them all in a single place. You don't want to be having to raise culture everywhere at the same time and all that. So super strong core, you will want one or two strong core cities that will do most of the heavy lifting as for generating civics and research and this kind of thing. And you'll want earlier rather than later a strong military spot that can push units decently quickly and strong units as well. So with free promotions, for instance, such as steadfast on champions units, which makes them stronger against tribal units. So we'll appoint our king and husband at the head of this troop of warrior. And oh, we cannot get steadfast. And that's it. Move back, really. See what we can drag toward us. And this worker will want to heal soon and get our shrines ready in the not too distant future. Alright, let's look at the landscape here. For queen, we could become prosperous, naturalist, cultivator. I guess cultivator is decent, but it's not great. Prosperous is well, it's really not much. All right, let's go cultivator just because I don't take it that often. But this wasn't a great selection of traits. But yeah, if you go for an economic capital, you want your military seat to be funded quite soon after that. And conversely, the other, let's say, mainstream start would be to go for a military family start. Then you'll want a strong civilian spot quite soon after that. And I think I'm going to delay my third city to found sages here first. I'm not too sure of that though. And maybe I want to send the militia up north then to hold that spot while I'm doing that. Yes, that makes some sense to me somehow. Alright. And in Pella, I think I want the farmer for the extra growth. So that's what you want in a strong core city that will produce a lot of research is culture, growth, and potentially civics. So civics is it's simple. It's only marble and no jade with the latest DLC. Growth, you will want, if possible, an early. Wait. Yeah, I'm tempted to put a German aqueduct here. How much for a German aqueduct? Not all improvements. I want wonders. Yeah. Yeah, I could pay for that and start it pretty soon, actually. Like I could almost have done it this turn. Means a change of direction. I'm going to send my settler back down, found patrons, swap this tile, put the German aqueduct on it, forget about... Alright, so okay, I'm going to redo that if this is supposed to be a tutoring stream. Alright, change of decision. What have I done with my settler? Okay, so instead of getting a farmer here, I'm going to get one for free, and I'm going to do that by funding this spot and making the German aqueduct on this tile. Because of that, I will want another worker very soon. Yeah, because I'll have more stuff to do soon, and I'm a builder after all, so workers are very cheap. So change of plan. Let me illustrate. Yeah, 1 year worker. Well, I have two grain farms. I'm a cultivator, so my farms are much more productive. And I'm a builder leader, so they're cheap anyway. Yeah, let's just kill this one. So we were saying patrons. So that's a case for funding same family twice in a row, which I don't do very often. I really want the citizen, and the courage won't hurt either. Yeah, I really want the citizen. Oh, no, I don't really want the citizen, because the citizen is not in my capital. So I'm picking the... No, I'm an idiot. It is in my capital. Yeah, in Pella. Right. So that's what I wanted. I just got an extra citizen here because it's the same family. All right. And now I'm going here and I'm buying the tile for Pella. Next turn, I won't be able to start it this turn, but I will start the German aqueduct on this tile and get 3 farms on the tiles around it, which will all be for Pella. Because we are like that, and I will want the mine as well started as soon as possible. So we are racing culture, and we are going to get more workers because we are going to get wonders with that. And we'll need stone. We are going to just like buy outright what we need to make the German aqueduct, but after that we'll need to be able to produce our stone and our resources. Is there a vague thumping sound in the background? It almost sounds like a helicopter. Well, there's no helicopter in the room I'm casting. I don't know unless it is a keyboard or mouse sound here. Much less with both headphones on. I don't know. Maybe not coming from here then. Alright, we got a Sun Judaism's been founded. Oh, I haven't made an effort to found Zoroastrianism, but maybe I could have. I don't think it's been founded yet. Yeah, I need to acolyte though. We are a little bit short for that. Could get a court soldier, but I think I'm taking another wisdom point. Completed another warrior, but first I want to start my wonder as promised, the German aqueduct. And I think I'm giving some degree of priority to killing these people as well. Why it doesn't change much of anything. I guess he's slightly more order efficient. We are getting more workers. We'll want to go quickly, swap our tiles relatively soon as well. Here we'll explore a little bit while sending our militia up north. They will probably be needed to hold this spot. Well, our settler is coming soon. We can assign our literature to our capital. So as patrons, we are just like generating literature. And we want our capital to be super happy because that's essentially a science bonus. So let's keep them happy. Oh, and we found a ruin as well. And let's keep working on warriors if we can afford it. Well, I suppose I should have gone for a worker as well. We'll need it to work on our mines too. Alright. Let's check. So that's a good default recommendation. Checking military units first. That's often the most important things you have to do. Let's accelerate that wonder too. Yeah, and in our capital, I think I want the gem miner. So the gems will be valuable. That's one of the favored resources of patrons as well, so that will help with our opinions. Of course, it's extra culture and it will gain us access to the margins of this lake, which will go for easy border expansion and the small urban spots as it comes. Yeah, well, let's complete the warrior before we go for another worker there, and let's grab this ruin. Wow, free money is free money, nice. Am I right in thinking that the AI changes a basic improvement priority based on buy-sell price? So selling excess food before the price gets very high will help keep it a profitable export later, hopefully. Uh, there aren't many improvements that costs food, though. Uh, the thing is, food will probably get costlier on arid plateau than what you're used to if you are playing mostly, I don't know, seaside. Because it's not a very lush map. So there's that. You kind of have to plan for it. Your consumption of food will also get up and all that. I think we kind of want to hug wonders. That's always fun, right? So I'm picking the stone boost here. I'm almost always getting it. All right, we can appoint a judge as governor of Syracuse. I'm pretty sure we want to do that. That's awesome. That's chief governor, of course. We don't have specifics to appoint them. All right, let's get a level to this guy. We want to found our sage seed relatively soon if we can. We just grab money along the way. So I did something that maybe is rarely optimal, but I could go up to here with my settler. I could go up to here and harvest. So it's probably not the best use of your uh, settlers to be harvesting with them, but it isn't absurd. Uh, what did I do? Oh, oh, because the volcano tile belongs to Atalaya, I cannot buy this tile with Pella. That's unexpected. My plan here was very much to grab this tile to get even more culture in Pella, but I cannot do that because that would isolate this one. So alright, instead I'm buying the tiles. But I will want farms for the German aqueduct. Um, okay, so I need shrines and stuff to urbanize, to go from Pella toward Atalaya before I can buy this tile essentially. Alright, we got our worker. There's nothing compelling there. I suppose I want another worker. Can make an argument for that at least. Oh, and I can, of course, make tiles urban. I don't. I would like to keep the volcano side tiles for other stuff though. And that's yeah, alright, I'm getting distracted, but that's an awesome sage seed. And here we go with trapping, that's awesome too. So you see, we didn't get to become the gatherer, because we got the pioneer first, which is plus 40 instead of plus 30. So even if I harvested quite a few times, I would say if you're playing, and I had orders to harvest, I even harvested with a settler, so yeah, sure, it's maybe easy to get, but it's not very hard to get other cognomens that are stronger. It's only turn 17. I didn't push very much, so I mean I'm not making a settler at the moment. I just grabbed the free settler, which arguably comes early as Greece. So yeah, all right. Maybe it's a bit of an outlier. I'm not too sure, but I didn't feel like I was doing crazy things, right? So let's get that farm, or let's get it started at any rate. Um, yeah, let's make that better actually. Let's appoint our oligarch and builder as governor here, then start the farm. And accelerate that a bit. Alright, and our scout here can hide in the forests. And yeah, get cheap workers once again. Alright, I should have moved my military units. That was a bit. It's a nice perk of starting with police. No, it's a nice perk of starting with drama, but you are forgiven. You love your SimCity approach? Yeah, well, that's a way of playing. I wouldn't really call it an approach. It's a bit dangerous in old world. Civic Passem, Parabellum, and all that. Um, I think we want some wood and to work on this fur. Yeah, and I really want my shrines. Alright, let's try to go there. But yeah, with Greece, yes, you start with drama, so you can have a free settler pretty rapidly, and even more if you start with a scholar. Yeah, it was always drama. Sorry. If it was on police, it was a very, very long time ago. And I'm pretty sure it was on drama from the beginning, because it's always been a perk of Greece, essentially, whereas starting with police is a wrong thing. I didn't expect oceans and lake on arid plateau. Mapscript is interesting. Yeah, there's more variety than you'd think. You can pick some of the options, but yeah, it's purely random. I tend to keep it random. So the king can become cultivator, which isn't super valuable. He's not doing many kingly things at the moment. Well, he's a command doing unit for which cultivator is useless, but my queen is cultivator, so that will get Paul's opinion. the very least. Yeah, I don't really want to go at things this way. Do I want to invest a bit here? I'm not sure. Yeah, alright. We got our gem specialist. Yeah, this miner isn't very compelling, is the issue I'm facing. I think I'm going for a caravan for early diplomacy, or actually a festival. We want even more growth. We are going to get more, but growth is always nice. So this is in 2 turns. Alright, let's finish it. Where do we go for tech? Military really is always nice security, so somewhat compelling just for that. Aristocracy sounds good though. I think we want to push some culture. Here, yeah, festivals wouldn't be stupid. So, alright. And yeah, alright, that's our last order. So let's get this fur camp. It's Nvidia that put this carrier coming on 25 units. Yeah, a little bit, but I mean we have champions. We are not really very scared of tribes. Perhaps the bold. And well, we are bold. We don't really need more courage right now. Let's get the discipline. Oh, and we have a princess. I forgot that we should be tutoring at the moment. I think we are picking the discipline points because we get 2, 1 for the queen as well. Why can't we tutor? Oh, because the oligarch has a job. Yes. I sort of just assigned them last turn as well as a governor. Seleucid are friendly. Yeah, well, almost too friendly. Let us not pay. I think we want the wood and to start the farm. Alright, so we are getting the farms for Jawan Aqueduct relatively soon. We are getting 1 more worker. Yeah, I was going to say I don't really want to spend my growth in the capital, but I do still want more workers. But yeah, we are pumping workers quite efficiently in all other cities, so that should be fine. I think we might want to slap that guy. So that's another thing. For newer players, I mean, you can spend your training to buy orders. So it costs 100 training to buy 1 order. When you are on with a full stockpile of 2000 training, that will happen automatically. The game will sell your training, your extra training, and get you the corresponding amounts of orders, so you don't lose anything on that. But that can be very handy when you are just missing, as I was, just 1 order to get 1 more attack or something like that. So pyramid in reach, yeah, that's true, that's true. I haven't even adopted a law, so that would be very great to get. The hurricane. Well, we are definitely getting wisdom out of that. I think another worker right away. Okay. Can we buy the pyramids? Not quite, but very soon. And okay, I think if that's the case, let's get a quarry now and complete our wonder and kill this specific idiot, I think. So steadfast units are very strong. We should really, but really be getting our mines. So the Raven, they call him, our King Consort could become deceitful, but swift, I suppose. Our engineer, and so our wire could now make roads. Interesting. Oh, alright. That means we are playing with behind the throne. Alright, I'm not used to that. And I haven't used my all my workers. I'm not used to that either. But okay, I think tempted to get an Olympiad. Maybe that's stupid. It probably is. I think I'll get another worker while they are cheap. And yet another one here too. Yes. Right, we completed the German aqueduct. We could become a hero. Get a tribute from the Vandals. Huh. 14 iron. Well, that's exactly what we need. I think we are getting a tribute from the Vandals. That sounds fine to me. 4 minor specialists, I don't know, but I already have one. 20 coast and ocean tile, or realistic is that? Yeah, it's not entirely out of the question, right? Because that could go quickly around here with a farmer that will certainly get. We'll want to expand around the coastline. It shouldn't be too hard if we can get a human time. Yeah, that's still a lot. That's still a bit of a commitment, right? So maybe not. Let's keep killing barbarians in the meantime. 4 minor specialists. I don't really want plenty of minor specialists though. 4 Jewish disciples is not happening. Well, alright, these are bad ambitions. That will be my call here. But these are not the ambitions we are looking for. And with that, we'll get ready to get a series of mines to improve our iron situation. Yeah, it easily becomes a trap to maximize worker productivity builder when you can. I would really love the princess to be a delver. Yeah, that sounds great. Because you can end up with a lot of workers, but on the other hand, being dead, which is which is not ideal. The workers are only good if you can do something with them, which is not automatic. Um, Alright, I guess we have to start our pyramids if we can. And mines. And these mines too. Alright, so this is going smoothly. So we've stopped our expansion. Is the bit more preoccupying thing. So we kind of want this spot, which I will probably make patrons just to give the marble to my capital. I'm going to make super capital because, well, it's always good first. That's an important part to note. But I especially tend to play that way. I'm fond of one city challenge, so making super cities is something I enjoy and that fits my way of playing too. Alright, start the next mine. And I suppose another one here too. Oh, yeah, I should be using these workers as well. Sorry, drink. I will mute a moment. Oh, the king or husband has died in the field. So what happened there? That would be minus what? Plus 10 opinion from the Silicate? I'm not sure I understand. Oh, this guy is hungry and disappointed. Alright, that's fine. Well, I'll just play the trade. Could have used that to free my governor and courtier and use them to educate our kids instead. Alright. Yeah, pretty sure I want the farm. Start another mine. And we'll keep making progress on that if we can. Alright, we got our festival. We've got decent growth here. Why is it showing the... okay. For some reason I have the trade block highlighted, I'm not sure why. Alright, that's not a great specialist, but it helps me get the tiles I want. So I guess I'll just do it. That's a decent way to look at things. Alright, let's get an Olympiad. Alright, got our mines. Princess could become a hero. I don't really want that. Yeah, let's have that become bitter instead. I hate picking negative traits, but we are really not like worried enough about what's happening outside to be going for a hero at the moment. That just doesn't fit our vibe. Alright. I think we are going for the Greek special, right? Architecture right away if we are going to like get wonders and all that. I'm not sure if you agree, dear viewer, but gonna go prepare a snack, then hands will be full heating for a while, so you will not shut up and I'll step it up and keep things lively. Yeah, feel free to distract me, or try, of course. Uh, everyone who knows me knows I am very hard to distract, so I'm not sure you have any chances there, but you're welcome to try. All right, okay, what I mean with Greek special is the starting texts for Greece are ironworking, so almost all nations start with either ironworking or trapping. Well, all nations start with one of them, meaning that they start able to make one military unit, either warriors or slingers. The only exception is Rechi, one of the nations introduced, the Indian nations, Central Asian nation that we introduced in the India DLC. They start with labor force and husbandry, and they have a special unit that they can make, which is 3 strength instead of 4 to compensate. But other than that, everyone starts with either ironworking or trapping. Greece starts with ironworking, stone cutting, and drama. Most nations start with 2 level 1 tier tech and 1 level 2. 2 tier 1 and 1 tier 2. Which means that with a scholar, so allowing to redraw on the first draw, they could get the free settler as the first tech they research, or they could even get architecture at the first tech they research. Drama is the only prerequisite to architecture. So you can have very early architecture as Greeks. Sometimes because you can research it very early, and here it's a bit of a beeline, right? It's a tech that would supposedly take 16 turns to research. Or sometimes you can just get lucky. Like you found sages on the first turn, and because you have stone cutting, drama, and ironworking, architecture is eligible. You could as well get labor force, or husbandry, or police, or trapping, or divination, or administration, which are all eligible. But if you're lucky enough, you get architecture, and you get 400 research for free on the first turn, and you can make baths, and you can get doctors, which are very powerful specialists, and you can get a law directly, and this is a powerful set of law, and in particular engineering reduces the cost of wonders, and if we are going for a lot of wonders, that's extremely valuable, of course. So in that sense, that's a bit of a Greek special. We are not really in there because we didn't find sages early, we didn't luck into getting architecture as our free tech, and we didn't really pursue it early, but still. Overall in a game, clicking on architecture, making a decision to go there, to beeline a 4th level tech very early in the game, it's still turn 26, we are barely expanded, founded our 3 family. It's still very early. It's not as much of a shortcut as the scenarios I described, where you go for it right away, or you even like get it for free on the first turn. But that's it, and that's the possibility that is open because Greece starts with drama. So in that sense, that's uh, a Greek special. If we had, let's say, a nation starting with aristocracy and a sage family, they could luck into monasticism turn 1, for instance, or such scenarios. That's not really a combo. The sage nations are Babylon, starting with rhetoric, so you could get metaphysics turn 1. Um, there's Egypt, which starts with labor force, so you can get navigation or phalanx turn 1, which is quite potent, even if there are texts that are not as expensive as architecture. Greece and who else got sages? From the top of my are the top 3 that comes. Well, Moria has ironworking. Uh, administration divination, I think. Or administration stone cutting, I'm not too sure. I don't know them by heart, but yeah, there are not so many. Well, let's look at it actually. The encyclopedia that will tell us. We want to look at sages. So the family class. So that's Babylonia. So that would be behind to. You could get metaphysics on the first turn. That's the level to take is rhetoric. Egypt has labor force, so they could get phalanx on navigation. Greece starts with drama, so they can get architecture. And Moria starts with, I don't remember, as free text, iron working, stone cutting, administration. So these are all level 1 tech. So they could get from iron working, husbandry or labor force, from stone cutting, drama or police, and from administration they could get rhetoric. Not as potent picks from turn 1 Sage founding. But there you go. That's what makes it particularly Greek, I suppose. Worker completed. Yeah, I think I'm going for a second one, and after that, we'll go specialist all the way in our Sage seat. So Princess could be a tactician or a zealot. I think I'm a tactician. I don't really intend to do war things, but everything being equal, a tactician has wisdom and will help with my research. So that's what I'm going for here. I'm getting more mines because usually I get some mines early on and I didn't this time. And I feel the need to catch up. Um, and alright, sorry, I'm just continuing on what I was doing. We'll want to get back to producing settlers for these spots and more soon. We'll probably wait for the Thracians to raid us before we go and settle this spot. I see there's ore here, so we probably want another champion spot quite close by. We have trapping now, so we could improve these tiles, and we'll think about that. We could control 4 audience, that seems easy enough. Control 6 urban improvements. Well, if we make 4 audience, we will have 6 urban improvements. So that's unambiguously easier. So the question is, do we want to boost the opinions of our patrons or of the sages? And I think we want to boost the opinion of the sages at the moment. So we'll go for that ambition. Oh, we are getting attacked in the north, so we'll want some units to help up here. And that means, well, more military units from these spots in the south. I'll get quarries in the meantime. We want at least a little bit of stone production, even if money is what will buy our wonders for now, if we get any. And I think I'll send at least 1 unit up north right away to help deal with these raiders, and we'll want to resume warrior production now that we will have the iron to do that. People from the sea, famously bad news for the ancient world. Well, We're not that sure that they came from the sea. We know that the Egyptians call them that way. Romantic, extravagant, inspiring, or eloquent. Hey, all right. We got our Olympiads. Let's get warriors. Indeed, and mines. Yeah, I think we'll want our shrine up there. What do we need here? We need a hill for the... Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I'm sure I want a shrine here. So let's get that. Which ones though? I think the Shrine of Hades will do. Hey, Astro Shrine hasn't been founded? Still not? Wow, I could have got it easily. That's amazing. All right, the pyramids will be done soon, so I'm not going to pay 400 civics now rather than 200 in 2 turns. And yeah, we want to send our wire a bit more quickly up north. Alright, the Duke is romantic. Nice. Yeah, this guy can, I believe, hold here. Well, I should be playing my workers first. Let's get the pyramids done. Alright, they just have bad charisma. Right, that's... Yeah. Alright, let's still assign our daughter so that they can have a chance to gain XP at least. Impella. Oh, so the preview was wrong. The preview was showing that this tile would belong to Pella, and it does not. And I cannot swap this tile because I cannot step on it. It's a mountain. So what I have to do is get my shrine here, so that this tile is definitely mine, and go around. Alright, so that's more effort than I was... I thought that would be a bit more economical to get this tile, but well, I was a bit too confident in the preview in this case. Talea. Yeah, I'm a bit tired of getting nothing great here, but that will have to assist a little bit. We'll get centralization next turn. We're getting pillaged up north. The pyramids are done. The Vandals could declare war and cancel their tribute. And what would we get for that? Clear 3 tribal site. Yeah, well, that's not going to happen immediately, so... Mr. Fora and opinion of legal code, excellent. We could become a judge. I don't really value it at the moment, so alright. Could marry a tactician. Well, the heir is a tactician. Alright, that's not absurd. Shrine of Zeus. Shrine of Hades. I'm putting all the shrines in my capital, is what's happening. So you can see the 1 city challenge player and the tendencies, let's say, in the way I play. Hey, Zialin, welcome. Are there any events associated with completing an Olympiad? I guess there are events associated with pretty much completing anything, but there are maybe not many of them. I haven't checked, so I will need to check in the code to tell you, to be sure, but I don't know of any from the top of my head, but I would assume there are some events. Right, let's set up centralization. Hey, how does it feel, the pacing of the text? So we've played 31 turns, so this is a glorious, right? It's not as, well, it's not what I'm typically used to. I tend to play very much on the great, but it doesn't feel bad to me, the pacing. It feels somewhat similar to what I'm used to, a little bit quicker actually, which would be reasonable as I'm used to higher difficulty, so I suppose I want to spend the orders to heal my workers here because I don't want to lose them. Turn 32, 33 strong culture. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. I haven't pushed very far. I haven't even used my Odeon, but I mean, this is Patron Capital with 3 resources and we've got 2 wonders. So, yeah, we are going to push the culture. It's not going to slow down. That is very clear. Patrons are strong. They are the kind of strong that is very much about like the seat, and depending on the positioning. So, but if you can get a strong Patron's Capital, it's well, yeah, it's strong. All right, we are doomed. Um, oh, we would have to be a poetess, right? That's not happening. Not much of a choice then. Skimmer or orator? Ugh. I'm not fond of these choices. Oh, affable and romantic. That's a nice governor. Let's pick an orator. Alright, let's whack these guys. Hope to survive. Well, hope that our workers will survive. Okay, I got hit by that guy, which is good. I hope the melee units will keep hitting me. Well, actually, saying that, should go here and hit that guy. So any of them would hit me, is in range of kill next turn. This guy doesn't do that much. Yeah, so I'm inviting damage, but I will also be able to offer retribution, and we will have a second wire in place soon as well. So that should be okay in terms of defensive positioning. We funded our paganism right in time to die. Yeah, and I would have loved to get there. Yeah, I'm buying the orders. Oh, let me check. Yeah, even with the orders, I would be out of fatigue anyway, so I'm not getting there. Yeah. I think I'm buying the orders to get this tile urban. It's a different thing, but valuable too. As a builder. Alright, this woman is now our queen, as we have died in the office. The vandals are raiding us. We have to complete our legacies. We can get an additional worker and become prosperous. Become fierce. Citizens and culture is nice. So with that we reach strong culture. And I think I want the plus 40 opinion from all families. That is quite nice. And we will kill those guys in the meantime. Excellent. Alright, we are no longer a builder though. And with that, okay, stone production is, well, getting online, but not great yet. By all means, let's get a few more quarries. We'll get space for more soon enough. Yeah, and I think we want to kill these people as well. Alright, we are starting to get growth in Lictos. We want a few more defenses as well. More warriors in our champion seat. And I think we'll want a warrior up north as well. Yeah, our governor is strict, so there will be a nice warrior as well. That should be fine. The important thing is the pyramid were finished just in time for like this to have a nice resting place. Yes, yes, yes. A modest reminder of our reign. Alright. Accent somewhere feels like we can grab wonders. We've got our 6 urban improvement. Just not in time. 3 to talk, child mission with courtier. Do we have courtiers? Almost. Polytheism, right? Polytheism would be kind of nice. We cannot tutor right now anyway because our prince is too young. That's an ambition to get courtiers, right, as well. Do we try to found Zoroastrianism, even this late? I think I want polytheism as well. Alright, just because I've never done this ambition, I believe, I'm going to try it. It will probably make me deviate from my plan, so I will probably complain about having made this choice in the not too distant future. Alright. Buy and get the quarry and buy the child. So that was a very important part, getting the luxury resource in my territory. And yeah, let's stun this skirmisher while we are at it with our queen. Alright, settler from our capital. Let's get acolytes then. Anyone on the court is a courtier, technically, right? Including the heirs? No. No, 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 no. Courtiers, are just people listed under courtiers. For events at least, I've seen something like that. Yeah, nope. Nope, nope. Royals are your heir and people in the line that could technically inherit. But the courtier is a courtier. The only courtier here is Oligarch Parkia, the minister. Axum has started. Alright, so they do want their wonders. Okay. We have some competition. We want to repair our farms. We want to get more. I've been criminally underdeveloping this city, so let's start to fix that. And yeah, get the mine for even more culture multipliers. Wax people here. More mines. And we'll want an audience soon. In our capital at the very least. Alright, we got our farmer, we want more citizens. This is our sage seat after all, they will want specialists. Maybe the event had like multiple triggers. Maybe, I'm not sure. If you find the event and we can chat about it on Discord, or maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe there are some events that are using the courtier terminology, but it's really precise what it means technically in the game, so I would be typically, if we are using such a wording in a context where it means something else and something that someone will blame us for it, essentially, that will confuse someone, and so we'll get a complaint, and so we'll change the wording. So that's why I would be surprised if we still have that wording used in meaning something else than what technically is a courtier in the game, essentially. I might be off. Sometimes I have entirely wrong intuitions about these things, but that's what I would expect, essentially. Islander? Do we want Islander? Well, none of that is great for us. Bitter and Adelva. We kind of want to be governing our capital as soon as possible. Actually, that's what we really want. We also want to kill that guy. But if we do that, do we die? No. No, we do not. So, but I really need to play that first next turn. Or we'll have problems soon enough. Yeah, get another warrior here. The goals are going to be pesky. I can feel it. Yeah, you can see our food excedent isn't great, even with the Jawan aqueduct and more farms than we typically have on this map, and additional grain farms up north. This map script isn't very generous in food. We don't have husbandry at the moment, so that's why we don't. That's why we don't have much in the way of pastures. We haven't learned about such advanced technology. What else for wonders? So Oracle and Yazilika have been started. Lighthouse, Apadana, Royal Library. So Apadana, Royal Library need to be adjacent to the city center. Yeah, and they're too expensive for the moment. We need a lot more stone before we can do that. And let's get the next acolyte. Maybe we get to found a religion. And that's really a lazy, that would be a lazy religious founding, the laziest I've ever got. If the game is as it normally is, when I finally decide to go for Zoroastrianism, it should get funded one turn before I would get it. So in 2 turns. Did we confirm there are other nations in the game? Well, there's Axum, who have started two wonders, and there's Hati, who's got Judaism, and apparently Moria, who founded Buddhism as well. Alright, there you go. So I decided to get my second acolyte. No Zoroastrianism gets funded on turn 38. So that's more like it. That's more like what it should be like. And alright, the governor of our champion seat is warlike. Excellent, of course. That's a very lucky and strong development. Yeah, we want to be ready around here to deal with goals. And let's send additional units up north to deal with those tribal invasion raids coming from overseas. Yeah, classic. Yeah, that's standard. But I mean, acolytes are super good, so it's good to fail those Australians, which is why I think we should make it be a little bit more out of the way. Religious founding would be a better fix. We can get a free spread. Well, not free spread at all. It costs 130 civics. I guess. Oh, I could become stressed, but I'm no longer bitter. Well, yeah. Okay. That's okay by me, actually. Right. Okay, what territory do we gain? Alright, we get the coastline, and that's 2 precious resources for this Steel Patron City. Nice additional tiles here. Well, I'm not sure about that. Getting the tiles in between, so movement will be much quicker along the river, since I don't have exploration at the moment. Completing the movement against the river, I think this is worth it as a border boost. Keep getting the quarries, and I think... Oh, I could get the Royal Library is what the game is telling me. Well, is that what we are doing? I think we are starting 2 more quarries. Here and here. Oh, and we should start this one too. And after that, it's wonders all the way, right? Yeah, that's a 4-year specialist. Yeah, but I mean, more growth would be great. We can boost these two. Well, no, that's not ideal. Alright, let's get another festival. If I'm going to make 2 farmers, I want these 2. Because I can boost both with a pair of granaries. Or these 2 potentially. But so we are going to get there. Yes, we do have architecture. We just got it. So I should adopt engineering and start a wonder and celebration, is what you mean to say. I assume that's what you mean to say. Christianity has been founded, okay, we could adopt the state religion, we're not doing that. Yes, Greek paganism is, yeah, sounds good enough for me. Yeah, alright. Alright, okay. We are starting the marble quarry first. Right, so that's step 1 of our plan. Step 2 is appoint our queen as a governor of Pella, because we are Delver and our few quarries will benefit some of our mines as well. And now that we are no longer bitter, we will be a better governor as well. While we are there, we will indulge in revelry so that we get better stats, and we will soon have available workers to do a better job of developing our empire. Right, and Syracuse will continue working on warriors. Alright, so next turn, this guy will be free and should be able to start a wonder. Not sure what we are getting. Engineering. Well, I guess we won't even pay the money. We will pay for that next turn. Alright, and this guy will be free as well. I don't think we'll have enough resources to start 2 wonders next turn, but who knows? Might be, well, not that far. So we got our second acolyte, a little bit late, of course. I think we'll want the stonecutter. In the meantime, 1 more acolyte, I believe. Doesn't look absurd to me. The AI will beat the library. Yeah, that's quite possible. Library, Apadana, Mahavihara. I always like the lighthouse, even if we don't have that many great tiles for it. So let's see what wonders they started. Nothing. But we are no longer stressed. I believe that's not even our revelry mission, right? I think indulge in revelry takes 2 turns, doesn't it? Treaties, wounds. I think we want the money. How much do they dislike us? Not that much. They are currently a builder. I think we want the money. I'm being greedy here. Alright, so we gained some important tile. I think we want the free of flights. The insurance would be nice. Alright, everything's still available. That can be placed. Does it have to be put on the hill? I don't believe so, right? So we should be able to put it here, for instance. Yeah. Alright, let's adopt engineering. Yeah, sure. That sounds nice, right? That's 1 more. Apadana or Royal Library would have to be started adjacent to our city center, so that would be here. And I believe they would be too expensive at the moment. Let me check. Apadana would be, yeah, 675. So we are not quite paying for such a thing right now. I kinda want all of them. Yeah, we'll have opportunities for more good quarries around here. Who do we have as a general to appoint? Well, the King Consort isn't bad, but I don't have enough training at the moment to appoint them. Um, I think I might just want more iron at the moment. Yeah, this guy and this guy are missing one hit point. Well, this guy also is missing a heal, but I'll let them get that naturally. I kind of want more, more walkers again, but alright, just a warrior is more reasonable. We'll try to hold the pass, maybe deviate some of these guys toward Atalaya. One civic per urban specialist and 2 science per library. Oh, can you show? Yes, yes, yes. All right. Aksami is starting the Apadana. All right. Um, sorry. All right. So it's +1 civics per urban specialist, which is very good, and also 2 science per library. It's one of the first university grade schools of India, of the Indian culture. Of Indian cultures, I should say. I should use plural. That's definitely warranted. Um, yeah, I guess. Keep on quarrying. It is suggesting the Royal Library. Oh, I can afford it maybe because I have. Okay, because I have wood at the Royal Library. Yeah, okay. I forgot about that. Somehow in my head I had full cost in stone, but that's not true. Um, but here I think I want the garrison. Actually, I want to start to work on my other economy a little bit and I don't know, Dion as well. Or why not a pass? Yeah, alright, let me reconsider. There are other priorities which should take priority for Bath, not such niceties. We want the net, we want to heal. Alright, and I think with that, we'll be at what could one more on the heart? Yes, yes, I've been playing that game a lot, so Actor Dog. That could like kill me entirely. That counts for just a library, not the library line, right? I do believe it counts for the wall line. I haven't rechecked super recently, but that should. It's a bit of an investment, right? Because it's a developing wonder. So typically it will, if you don't get it, the AI will get it way before you get to libraries. Well, I suppose you could go with a super focus uh, scholarship beeline, but that's risky. Let's say that's not standard play. So so it's kind of something. It's a bit of a gamble that you will make it pay out with enough libraries. But the +1 civics per urban specialist is is an immediate payoff and quite a strong one. Urban specialists are already great, and they are even greater in these circumstances, of course. I completely forgot to deal with my rebels, so I'm playing very poorly as once again. Oh, Axam is nabbing sites to my south, and they are huge. Actually, there are 10 cities. So I've been completely slacking on expansion, and it shows. So maybe we should consider giving them a lesson when we'll have our hoplites or something like that. The glorious is no joke. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but it is much more relaxed than the great. I'm not used to getting wonders. I'm not used to seeing Zoroastrianism fall on turn 38. That's very surprising to me. But yeah. Oh, you confirmed scientific? Thank you, thank you. That's nice of you. But anyway, right. This is a more relaxed game. So we'll be picking up next week. If it's still me streaming, I believe it should be. And we'll try to make it a more pedagogic game, maybe. And it's cool playing patrons again. I'm doing some crazy stuff that is probably not optimal. So for you scientific, you joined late. I purposely funded patrons here to be able to swap tiles. Got the tile to make the Jawan aqueduct justified for just a single sorghum here. Swapped everything back to the capital. Made many contortions to get these tiles and an additional force precious resource in the capital and everything. So uh, uh, non-optimal but fun stuff to be done there. So I hope that will be a bit more enjoyable and relatable as well for our audience. Alright, with that I'll save the game. I'll be picking it up next time I stream. So I will call it relaxed, chill, and well, see you then. Thank you all.